What if I told you that the way most people handle money isn't just wrong, it's being engineered to be wrong? Right now, 60% of Americans cannot cover a single $1,000 emergency. Not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, but because every financial system around them is quietly, legally, and very profitably designed to keep them exactly where they are. Today, we're breaking down 10 statistics about how the average person handles money in 2026. And I promise you, by the time we hit number 10, you won't see your bank, your car payment, or your savings account the same way ever again. Let's go. Stat number 1. 26.6% of people trading in a car right now owe more than it's worth. The average gap is nearly $7,000, and instead of pausing, most people just roll that debt straight into their next loan. So now you're financing your past mistake on top of a brand new purchase, and the interest clock resets from day one. Here's how it happened. After the pandemic, car prices inflated 30 to 40% overnight. Dealers responded by stretching loan terms to 84, even 96 months. 8-year car loans. You're paying off a depreciating machine longer than most people stay at the same job. But here's the real trap. The dealer doesn't lose anything when you're underwater. They actually prefer it because it guarantees you'll be back. Your financial hole becomes their guaranteed repeat customer. This is not a car problem. This is a psychology problem, and it's just the beginning. Stat number 2. 40% of buy now, pay later users regret it. The average outstanding balance is $760, and here's the stat that floored me. Nearly 40% of people earning over $100,000 a year use it too. There's a concept called the pain of payment. Handing someone cash hurts. Swiping a card hurts a little less, but splitting into 4 installments, your brain barely registers it as spending at all. You're not buying a $600 couch, you're buying $150 today. The rest feels theoretical. These platforms know this. They built their entire business model around it. They even delay your first payment by weeks on purpose to completely disconnect the excitement of buying from the reality of paying. 1 in 4 users missed a payment in 2025. This is not financial innovation. It's a behavioral trap with a friendly logo. Stat number 3. 82% of Americans are leaving free money on the table every single day. $18 trillion is currently sitting in standard bank accounts, earning around 0.4% interest. High-yield accounts right now offer 3.5%. On $10,000, that's a $310 difference per year for literally moving money between accounts. 8 minutes of work. But people don't do it because $300 doesn't feel urgent. And that's exactly how banks make billions. They collect your deposits, pay you almost nothing, then lend that same money out at 7, 12, even 22%. Your laziness isn't just costing you money, it's actively funding their profits. Stat number 4. 40% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency without going into debt. But here's what makes this truly alarming. 25% of people earning over $100,000 a year are in the exact same position. The culprit is lifestyle creep. Every time income goes up, spending rises to match it perfectly. New raise, new apartment. New bonus, new car. The gap between earning and spending never widens, and without that gap, you are always one unexpected bill away from borrowing money. Imagine running faster on a treadmill that speeds up at exactly the same rate you do. You feel the motion, you feel the effort, but you never actually move forward. That is lifestyle creep, and the entire advertising and financing industry exists to make sure your expenses always keep pace with your income. Stat number 5. The median American bank account balance is just $8,000. Sounds okay on the surface, but if you're under 35, it drops to $3,000. If you earn under $50,000 a year, it's $800. And here's the deeper issue nobody talks about. People confuse having cash in the bank with being wealthy. They are not the same thing. Cash is a starting point. Wealth is assets that generate value while you sleep, investments, equity, compounding returns. The financial system is specifically designed to make a five-figure checking account feel like success, even if behind that number there are zero investments, zero equity, and zero plan. That single misunderstanding keeps millions of people stuck in place for decades. Stat number 6. 28% of people who roll over a retirement account leave the money sitting completely uninvested. You leave a job, you responsibly move your retirement funds to a new account. The money arrives safely, you feel like you did everything right. But rolling over doesn't mean invested. You still have to manually choose and purchase your investments, and more than 1 in 4 people never take that final step. Someone who left $40,000 sitting uninvested from 2020 to 2026 has about $41,000 today. The same money invested in a broad index fund would be worth around $73,000. $32,000 evaporated. Not from a bad decision, from an incomplete one, and nobody was going to call to remind you. Stat number 7. Missing just the 10 best market days over 30 years cuts your wealth by 54%. The market drops, your account turns red, your stomach drops with it, and every instinct in your body screams, sell, protect yourself, wait until things calm down. But here's the brutal math. The 10 best recovery days in market history almost always happen immediately after the worst crashes. If you panic sold and missed those 10 days over a 30-year period, you'd have 54% less money than if you'd done absolutely nothing. The market doesn't reward the smartest people, it rewards the most patient ones. And patience is the one thing no financial product will ever try to sell you, because there's no profit in it for them. Stat number 8. The median first-time home buyer in 2026 is 38 years old. In 1991, it was 28, a full decade later. And while affordability is a massive part of that, you now need to earn over $112,000 to afford a median-priced home, while the average household earns around $87,000. Something else is shifting too. People are finally questioning the script they were handed. A generation ago, renting past 30 felt like failure. Today, people are running the actual numbers and discovering that renting and investing the difference can build equal or greater wealth with more flexibility and zero maintenance costs. Buying a home isn't wrong, but blindly following a financial script without doing the math absolutely is. Stat number 9. To enter the top 10% of Americans by net worth, you only need $1 million. And most people will never get there, not because they don't earn enough, but because they're optimizing the wrong thing entirely. You can earn $300,000 a year and have almost nothing if you spend $290,000. You can earn $80,000 a year and retire wealthy if you save and invest the gap consistently for decades. Net worth is the actual scoreboard. Income is just the tool. But people spend entire careers chasing raises while never changing what happens to the money after it arrives. Wealthier in consumption, not in assets. There's a massive difference. Stat number 10. Your savings rate matters more than your investment returns, especially at the start. 2 people, same income, same goal. Person A saves 10% and earns almost no return. Person B saves 5% but somehow earns 10 times the return through smart investing. Person A still wins, faster, by over 2 years, because when you're building from zero, how much you save always overpowers how well you invest. Yet everyone obsesses over returns, which stock, which crypto, which fund is outperforming. They spend hours researching investments while ignoring the fact that increasing their savings rate by just 2% would outperform almost any investment decision they could possibly make this year. Saving more is boring. It always works. Picking winners is exciting. It usually doesn't. 10 statistics, 10 different areas of life, one single pattern underneath all of them. Every system we just walked through, car financing, installment payments, low-yield savings, emotional investing, retirement rollovers, Every single one profits specifically when you act on instinct instead of intention. They are not accidents, they are designs. And the most dangerous part? None of it feels like a trap while it's happening. It feels normal, because everyone around you is doing the same thing. So here's the question I want you to sit with. If every financial system around you is engineered to capture your money before you consciously decide what to do with it, what changes when you simply decide 1 week before you act? That pause, that single breath of intention between impulse and action, that is where wealth is either quietly built or silently destroyed. You now see the leaks. Most people never do. If this opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe because this is just the beginning. Every week we break down exactly how money actually works versus how you were told it works.